It's on the Labor Day weekend.
Yes,
and stuff
yes,
things are going,
they're
but
moving
our
around.
band directors, they like to see, it's almost like a warm-up
Right.
for their first football game.
Yes, yes.
But it's a nice parade for everyone, I think, just to start the year off.
That's nice. Now you have coming up also open house, because I think Conrad.
We have open
Schools
houses.
and-
We had our middle schools were just happened, and this week coming up, starting this week, we have our high schools, our magnet schools, and then our elementary schools, and some of the like the Meadowwood program will have theirs. So all of our schools, and we try to have them extremely early in the year. So this will actually occur the third week of the school year, so parents have a better chance to meet their teachers, know some of the expectations that we have for them, for their children. And I think that's a great opportunity for parents to sign up to be involved in the school. You know, I think every school would love it if 1 hour a month. If they get 1 hour a month, what a great impact. And we know through the research that the greater parent involvement, the greater expectations we have for the child, because the parents are involved, they pick up additional knowledge by being involved in the school. And we just see a different student when that occurs, and what a benefit it is to the other children who may not have parents who want to be involved, but there are some parents, and I'm pleased when I go into buildings, I see we have a lot of parent volunteers, but I don't think you can ever have enough.
Sure.
With the parent volunteers. And I think, you know, programs that you're trying to do, like with the ambassadors program that help with our middle schools, now going into high schools, with getting the parents involved. I think the parents appreciate it as well. Sometimes they may not know the right people to talk to, or the right questions to ask.
Yes.
And even though I think everyone must have my cell phone number on speed dial in the state of Delaware, some people, you know, I think the title itself sometimes can be intimidating, where hopefully I'm not, but I think we need the advocates for parents, and we need people to be involved and saying, hey, how do we do this?
Because they want to help out. Parents want to, but there's so many changes that are taking place, and it's hard for them to keep up. And school is much different from how it was now, how it was when they went to school.
Well, I think the society itself has changed a great deal, where people are working more to help their families. There are so many things going on in people's lives that it's difficult at times, and we have to be very sensitive to that as well, because I just know in my job how extremely busy I am, and I could, if I wasn't careful, even be, you know, there could be more added to my calendar if I let it. But you know, we have to work as a partner, and I think we are trying to get there. And as we continue to get there, as the partnerships with our community members, our business partners, programs with parents, grandparents, it just benefits our children. And I tell people all the time, when they walk across the stage as a senior year, and I get to shake, and what I love to do, I get to shake every young man and woman's hand on that June date, that we did the very best we could for that child. And we have 1,200, 1,300 students graduating. It's a big challenge for us to do that. But I think, you know, I'm very pleased when they walk across and they have a plan. Right. And I think that's our responsibility.
That's refreshing. Graduation is always refreshing.
They are.
And gets you charged up for the next school year.
That's
you know,
exactly right.
You're finishing up, but just seeing those young people in those caps and gowns gets you charged up and ready to plan out as you move forward.
And that's the goal, to when they walk in as that pre-K program or that kindergarten program, and 13 or 14 years later, they're walking across the stage, and as educators, we know we will never really know the full impact we've had on students, because we're the only profession where it could be 10 to 15 years later that what we were able to do for them will actually show up. But our responsibility is to make sure that we do that.
Well, you're doing a good job with it, you know, and I think, you know, the think tank, we're a think tank, my wife and I, it's 80 years of trying to get parents to get the support that they need, and we do it in a positive way. We're not, you know, finger pointing. And I think the young people have to help us as well, because, you know, we all have a role to play in this educational process. So we come into the school, right? We do what we're supposed to do. And what impresses me with your ninth graders is that they come in and they get the picture taken with the cap and gown. Now that to me is a good sign of, we don't want you dropping out of school. And that impresses me every time I see your district doing that.
Yeah, each one, we have them on that first day of the school year, just ninth graders in the building, and we try to, within the first couple of weeks, get every ninth grader's picture taken in the cap and gown, because our first expectation is you're going to graduate in 4 years.
Okay.
And we never know where they're coming from. We never know the background. We never know, maybe they may be the first person to do that in their family.
Yes.
So we're not assuming anything except we have our first expectation is for you to graduate in a 4-year period. And it's funny because the kids see that, and they get to see it every day they walk in, because we put it at the entrances of the school. But just, I know, as we're closing, Pritch, on Saturday, the game started at 10:30 at UAD, and it's the first game is McCain and Howard.
Oh,
and then the 1 o'clock game will be DMA versus Milford. The 3:30 game will be Conrad Schools of Science and John Dickinson. That's the rival of the ages. And then the last game will be AI High School with Del Castle. So we're expecting a lot of people. The tickets are $5, a one-day ticket. You see all 4 games if you want to come. But we're just excited that our kids are going to have the opportunity to play on the field. University of Delaware has been very supportive of it, and it was a great partnership. And any costs that we've incurred have been picked up by sponsors. So this was an opportunity that didn't cost the district a dime, just like the Legos. Didn't cost us a dime. We had great support there. So I think people really want us to, the things that we do, or we're trying to do for children. And it puts them out in the spotlight.
Well, we're going to do the tailgating. We've invited all of our parents that are in the Student Ambassadors Program. So we're going to have a tent. We're going to do this like they had last Saturday. We're going to do it. So, we fully support what's going on with the young people in your district. So that's great.
Well, thank you, guys. I appreciate all your support.
All right. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, we'll take a break, and we'll be right back.